Welcome to my channel name NUMISMA HUB. Have you ever wondered if the $quarter sitting in your pocket, coin jar, or old collection could be worth far more than just 25 cents? In today's video, we're taking a deep dive into the fascinating 1973 D Washington quarter, one of the most searched US coins among collectors and coin hunters. We'll explore its history, rare eras, mint mark details, current value, auction records, and the hidden features that could make your coin surprisingly valuable. So before you spend another quarter, make sure you watch until the end because you might be holding a coin worth much more than you think. Let's get started. Top 3 first. Up, the 1973 D Washington quarter is one of those coins that many people overlook because millions were made. Yet it continues to attract collectors, coin roll hunters, and investors who know that condition and mint errors can transform an ordinary-looking quarter into a surprisingly valuable collectible. At first glance, it looks like a normal 25-cent coin from the 1970s, but the story behind it is much more interesting. For collectors of modern United States coins, the 1973 D quarter represents the end of an important era because it was among the final regular Washington quarters produced before the American bicentennial redesign arrived in 1975 and 1976. Because of that historical position, collectors frequently search bank rolls, old coin jars, estate collections, and inherited coin albums looking for high-grade examples and rare mint errors that can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. The full history of the 1973 D quarter begins with the long-running Washington Quarter series that started in 1932. The quarter was originally issued to commemorate the 200th anniversary of the birth of George Washington. The design proved so popular that it became a permanent part of American coinage. By 1973, America was experiencing a period of political and economic uncertainty. The nation was dealing with the Vietnam War's final years, inflation concerns, and the growing impact of the Watergate scandal involving President Richard Nixon. While those events were dominating headlines, the United States Mint was producing hundreds of millions of quarters to meet public demand. The 1973 quarter also occupies a special place in numismatic history because it was one of the last quarters to feature the traditional eagle reverse design before preparations began for the famous bicentennial quarter design. Many collectors see 1973 as the closing chapter of a classic design era that had lasted more than 4 decades. The design details of the 1973 D quarter are rich with symbolism. The obverse, or front side, features the left-facing portrait of George Washington. This portrait was created by sculptor John Flanagan. Above Washington's head appears the word Liberty, while the national motto "In God We Trust" is positioned to the left. The date 1973 is located beneath the portrait. On Denver issues, the small D mint mark appears near Washington's ponytail ribbon. The reverse shows a powerful heraldic eagle with wings spread, clutching arrows that symbolize military readiness. Beneath the eagle are olive branches representing peace. Around the rim appear the inscriptions United States of America and $quarter. The coin is composed of a copper core layered between outer nickel-clad surfaces. It weighs approximately 5.67 grams and measures 24.3 millimeters in diameter. Unlike pre-1965 quarters, it contains no silver. The edge displays the familiar reeded pattern that collectors know so well. The mint mark information is especially important when discussing this coin. The D mint mark indicates that the coin was struck at the Denver Mint. Collectors often compare Denver coins to those from Philadelphia and San Francisco. In 1973, Philadelphia quarters carried no mint mark, while San Francisco struck proof coins for collectors using the S mint mark. Denver quarters became known for their bright, flashy luster and attractive surfaces. While the 1973 D quarter is not considered rare in normal grades, collectors have noticed that truly exceptional examples become difficult to find. The mint location matters because different mints produced coins with slightly different striking characteristics, and collectors often build complete sets that include every mint variety. When it comes to mintage numbers, The 1973 D quarter had a production of approximately 232,977,400 pieces. That is an enormous number by most standards, which means the coin is generally considered common in circulated condition. However, mintage alone does not determine rarity. What matters is survival in high grades. Although hundreds of millions were struck, relatively few survived in pristine condition because most entered circulation immediately and accumulated wear. Collectors classify the 1973 D quarter as a common date, but they also recognize that top-quality mint state examples become condition rarities. High-end certified examples are significantly harder to find than many people realize. The value of a 1973 D quarter today depends heavily on condition. In poor condition, heavily worn examples are generally worth only face value, about 25 cents. Typical circulated examples usually trade between 25 cents and $1. Fine condition examples often bring $1 to $3. Extremely fine coins with only light wear can reach several dollars, especially if they retain strong detail. Uncirculated pieces in mint state 63 through mint state 65 generally sell for $1 to $5. The real excitement begins in higher grades. Certified mint state 66 and mint state 67 examples can command substantial premiums because of their scarcity. Exceptional pieces with outstanding luster, clean surfaces, and strong strikes have sold for hundreds and even thousands of dollars in major auctions. The finest known examples are considered condition rarities, and auction prices can exceed several $1,000s when elite collectors compete for top registry set coins. Values constantly change with market demand, grading standards, and collector interest, so professional certification plays a major role in determining final worth. One of the most exciting areas of collecting involves rare errors and varieties. The 1973 D quarter has produced numerous fascinating mint mistakes that collectors actively seek. Double die varieties can show noticeable doubling on lettering, the date, or design elements. Off-center strikes occur when the blank planchet is not properly aligned during striking, leaving part of the design missing. Clipped planchets show a curved section missing from the edge because of a mistake during blank production. Broad strikes happen when the coin is struck outside its retaining collar, creating an oversized appearance. Rotated die errors occur when the front and back designs are not aligned properly. Die cracks can appear as raised lines caused by damaged dies. Some 1973 D quarters were even struck on the wrong planchets, including dime, nickel, and other coin blanks. These dramatic wrong planchet errors have sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Certain examples struck on dime planchets have reached nearly $2,000 at auction, while other wrong planchet pieces and major striking errors have generated strong collector demand. The hidden treasure angle is what makes this coin especially exciting for YouTube audiences. Even today, 1973 D quarters can still be found in circulation. Coin rolls from banks, old piggy banks, inherited collections, estate sales, and forgotten boxes stored in attics. Most will only be worth face value, but every serious coin hunter knows that valuable discoveries continue to happen. High-grade examples sometimes emerge from old mint sets, while unusual errors occasionally appear in coin roll hunting finds. Because millions were produced, these quarters remain available enough that collectors can still search for them without spending a fortune. That possibility of finding something special keeps the hunt alive. Collectors should be careful before selling any 1973 D quarter. The first step is to inspect the coin under magnification and good lighting. Look for strong luster, minimal contact marks, and possible mint errors. Weighing the coin can help identify wrong planchet strikes because error coins often differ from the standard 5.67 gram weight. Never clean a coin, even if it appears dirty or tarnished. Cleaning can permanently damage the surface and drastically reduce collector value. If a coin appears unusually sharp or shows a significant error, professional grading services can provide authentication and assign a grade that may increase buyer confidence. For storage, use acid-free coin holders, capsules, or archival quality flips to prevent environmental damage. As an investment, the 1973 D quarter occupies an interesting position in the market. Common circulated examples are unlikely to become major investments, but top-grade certified pieces and genuine error coins continue to attract strong collector interest. Registry set competition among advanced collectors has increased demand for the finest known examples. As more coins are lost, damaged, or mishandled over time, truly pristine survivors become harder to obtain. While nobody can guarantee future values, condition rarity coins and authenticated mint errors have shown steady collector demand. The strongest investment potential usually exists in high-grade certified examples and dramatic mint errors rather than ordinary circulated pieces. There are also several fun facts that many collectors do not know. The 1973 quarter was one of the final regular issues before the famous bicentennial redesign changed the reverse design. Many Denver-struck quarters from the 1970s are known for their brighter luster compared with Philadelphia examples. No regular silver 1973 quarters were produced for circulation, making any claim of a standard silver 1973 D quarter highly suspicious, unless it is a verified mint error. Some of the most valuable examples are not old or rare by mintage standards at all. They are simply preserved in extraordinary condition. This demonstrates one of the most important lessons in coin collecting. Condition can be just as important as rarity. And that brings us to the big question. Do you have a valuable 1973 D quarter hiding somewhere in your collection? The next time you look through a coin jar, a bankroll, an old family collection, or a box of forgotten change, pay close attention to that little D mint mark. You might find an ordinary quarter worth only 25 cents, or you could uncover a high-grade survivor or rare mint error worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. If you enjoyed this coin history and value guide, make sure to like the video, leave a comment sharing your best coin find, subscribe for more rare coin discoveries, and most importantly, start checking your coins today because hidden treasures are still out there waiting to be found. Next up, the 1991 D Washington quarter is one of those coins that millions of people have handled without ever giving it a second look. Yet it remains a fascinating piece of modern American coin history. At first glance, it appears to be nothing more than a regular 25-cent coin from the early 1990s. However, collectors, coin roll hunters, and numismatists continue searching for this date because certain high-grade examples and mint-era varieties can be worth far more than face value. While most 1991 D quarters are common, the excitement comes from finding exceptional specimens that escaped circulation with sharp details, brilliant luster, or unusual minting mistakes. For many collectors, the thrill is not about finding a million-dollar treasure, but discovering a coin that most people overlook and realizing it may have genuine collector value. The history of the 1991 D Washington quarter begins with the long-running Washington Quarter series, which was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of the birth of George Washington. What started as a commemorative issue became so popular that it replaced the standing Liberty quarter permanently. By 1991, the United States was experiencing a period of economic transition following the late 1980s boom. The country was involved in the aftermath of the Gulf War, and everyday Americans were using billions of coins in commerce. The Denver Mint was producing enormous quantities of quarters to satisfy demand from banks, businesses, vending machines, and consumers. The 1991 D quarter was never intended to be rare. It was made as a workhorse coin for circulation. Yet history has shown that even common coins can become collectible when preserved in exceptional condition or when unusual minting errors occur. Today, the coin serves as an important part of Washington quarter collections because collectors attempting complete date and mint sets need an example from Denver for 1991. The design of the 1991 D Washington quarter reflects one of the most recognizable images in American coinage. On the obverse, or front, appears the left-facing portrait of George Washington. The design was created by sculptor John Flanagan. Above Washington's head is the word Liberty, while the motto "In God We Trust" appears to the left. The date 1991 is located below the portrait, and the small D mint mark is found to the right of Washington's ponytail. On the reverse, the coin displays a powerful heraldic eagle with outstretched wings perched on a bundle of arrows. Beneath the arrows are two olive branches representing peace. The inscriptions United States of America, EPLUBUSUNUM, and $quarter surround the design. The coin is composed of a copper core covered by outer layers of copper-nickel-clad metal. It weighs approximately 5.67 grams, measures 24.3 millimeters in diameter, and has a reeded edge. Although billions were made, the design remains one of the most iconic and instantly recognizable in United States coinage. The mint mark on this coin is especially important to collectors. The letter D indicates that the coin was produced at the Denver Mint. Since 1968, mint marks have appeared on the obverse of Washington quarters, making identification easy. Coins struck in Philadelphia during 1991 carry a P mint mark, while proof coins from San Francisco carry an S mint mark. Some collectors mistakenly believe a missing mint mark automatically creates rarity, but on a 1991 quarter, the absence of a mint mark would usually indicate damage or alteration rather than a legitimate variety. The Denver Mint has a long reputation for producing large numbers of circulating coins, and mint location can influence collector demand because certain years and mints produce fewer coins than others. In the case of the 1991 D quarter, Denver actually produced more quarters than Philadelphia that year. The mintage numbers reveal why this coin is generally considered common. The Denver Mint struck approximately 630,966,693 quarters bearing the D mint mark in 1991. That is an enormous production figure even by modern standards. Because so many were released into circulation, the average worn example remains easy to find today. Collectors classify the 1991 D as a common date rather than a scarce issue or key date. However, mintage alone does not determine value. High-grade coins with outstanding surfaces and strong strikes become surprisingly difficult to locate because most entered circulation immediately and accumulated scratches, bag marks, and wear. As a result, superb mint state examples attract significant collector attention. When discussing value, condition is everything. A heavily worn 1991 D quarter found in pocket change is generally worth only its face value of 25 cents. Coins in poor condition, heavily damaged, or environmentally worn usually trade at face value. Circulated examples showing moderate wear typically remain worth between 25 cents and $1. Fine condition pieces with stronger details may bring $1 to $3 if sold to collectors assembling albums. Extremely fine examples displaying minimal wear can sometimes sell for $3 to $8. Uncirculated coins retaining full mint luster generally trade between $5 and $15 depending on quality. High mint state grades certified by major grading services can become much more valuable. MS-66 examples may sell for tens of dollars, while exceptionally preserved MS-67 coins can reach hundreds of dollars when registry-set collectors compete for top-quality pieces. Some auction records for superb certified examples have exceeded several $100s because true gem-condition modern quarters are far scarcer than their massive mintages suggest. Values constantly change with market demand, grading standards, and auction activity. One of the most exciting aspects of the 1991 D quarter is the possibility of mint errors and varieties. Collectors carefully examine these coins for doubled dies, where letters or design elements show noticeable doubling. Examples with visible doubling on Liberty, United, or Dollar have attracted collector interest. Off-center strikes occur when the blank planchet is not properly positioned during striking, creating a dramatic appearance where part of the design is missing. Clipped planchets, where a portion of the coin is absent due to a mistake during blank production, can also command premiums. Die cracks create raised lines across the coin and often become popular among error collectors. Broad strikes occur when the collar fails, causing the coin to spread outward. Rotated die errors can result in the reverse appearing misaligned when the coin is flipped. Wrong planchet strikes are among the most valuable possibilities because the quarter design appears on a blank intended for another denomination. Missing clad layer errors are especially notable because they expose the copper core and significantly alter the coin's appearance and weight. Depending on severity and condition, error coins can range from a few dollars to hundreds or even thousands for major authenticated examples. The hidden treasure angle is what keeps so many collectors searching through rolls of quarters. Because over 630 million examples were produced, 1991 D quarters still appear regularly in circulation. Many remain hidden in coin jars, old dresser drawers, estate collections, inherited accumulations, piggy banks, and bankrupt rolls. Most will only be worth face value, but dedicated coin hunters understand that all it takes is one exceptional mint state survivor or one significant mint error to transform an ordinary find into a valuable collectible. Every year, collectors report discovering attractive uncirculated examples in original bank rolls or forgotten collections that had been untouched for decades. Before selling a 1991 D quarter, collectors should examine the coin carefully under magnification. Look for signs of doubling, unusual strike characteristics, missing clad layers, or other mint errors. Always weigh suspicious coins because incorrect weight can reveal a wrong planchet or missing clad layer. Avoid cleaning the coin under any circumstances. Cleaning often leaves hairline scratches that reduce collector value dramatically. Even a rare coin can lose much of its worth if improperly cleaned. If a coin appears especially sharp, brilliant, or unusual, consider professional grading through respected services such as PCGS or NGC. Store valuable coins in non-PVC holders, capsules, or archival quality flips to protect them from environmental damage. From an investment standpoint, the 1991 D quarter is not generally considered a major rarity. Nevertheless, collector demand for high-grade modern coins has increased steadily over the years. Registry set competition encourages collectors to seek the finest certified examples available, and that demand can drive prices higher for top population coins. Error coin collecting has also become increasingly popular, creating stronger markets for authenticated doubled dies, off-center strikes, and wrong planchet pieces. While no one should expect an ordinary circulated 1991 D quarter to fund retirement, premium-grade examples and significant errors may continue appreciating as more collectors enter the hobby and compete for the best survivors. There are also several fun facts about this coin that many collectors never realize. The Denver Mint actually struck more than 630 million quarters during 1991, meaning these coins passed through countless cash registers, vending machines, and wallets across America. Despite that huge production, truly pristine examples remain surprisingly difficult to locate because most entered circulation immediately. Another interesting fact is that many modern quarter collectors overlook pre-statehood Washington quarters, focusing instead on the 50-state series that began in 1999. That means hidden opportunities still exist for collectors who specialize in earlier clad quarters like the 1991 D. Additionally, some era enthusiasts spend years searching thousands of quarters hopping to find a dramatic off-center strike or missing clad layer example from this exact date. As we wrap up this deep dive into the 1991 D Washington quarter, remember that the next valuable coin could already be sitting in your pocket change, hiding inside a coin jar, or waiting in an old family collection. Most 1991 D quarters are worth only face value, but high-grade examples and genuine mint errors can bring surprising premiums. The key is knowing exactly what to look for and understanding how condition affects value. If you enjoyed learning about this fascinating coin, make sure to like the video, leave a comment with your best coin find, subscribe for more rare coin discoveries, and start checking every quarter you receive. You never know when an ordinary-looking 1991 D Washington quarter might turn out to be the hidden treasure every collector dreams of finding.